shipping container, camber, put the doors on the shipping container on this side because camp is for now till the end of the summer is gonna be right here. So then there goes my man's in the D6 dozer, dozing away. Flattened this pad out a little bit, made it level for me. So that's cool. That's what I did with the dozer. Let's get to work on the shipping container now. Let's do this. We have vents that are going in the shipping container, okay? You need, if you get a shipping container, you need to vent it. Here are the vents right here. These are made by Container Modification World, picking them up off of Amazon. These did not come with the screen inside. So last night I added a screen. I went to Home Depot, bought some screen, cut it out, and I put some sealant around the edges to seal it in right there. Two vents are going in, one up top on one side of the container and one down below on the other side of the container to create a cross vent. The reason why you need vents is because containers are watertight, okay? And so what happens is if you store anything in there that has moisture in it, which is almost everything, during the daytime when the sun is blasting down, the inside of the container gets super hot. And all of that moisture evaporates in the container. And then it condensates on the roof of the container, on the inside, on the ceiling. When the sun goes down and is cooling off at night, it forms water beads and starts raining inside your container. All that water comes down and all your stuff gets absorbed back in or lands on the ground. And when the sun comes back out the next day, the same process starts over. It's basically its own ecological system inside there, so to speak. So you want vents that vent the container, okay? You want all that moisture to get out of the container so your stuff doesn't get ruined. The front of the container, you want to lock your stuff up. I bought this crazy lock kit because the way it sits right now, yeah, you can put a padlock on it, that's fine. Someone could come along with bolt cutters and cut that padlock off. This system right here is heavy plate steel. Goes like this, right? So the door opens, and as the door closes, see this little thing right here with the hole in it? That's where your lock goes through. And there's a hole on the other side. And the door closes like this, and then underneath you can put your lock on. Now, no one can cut the lock with bolt cutters because this is in the way. So this is $100 on Amazon, and anyone that has a container I suggest should get something like this, okay? You can weld them on, you can bolt them on, whatever, but it's added extra security. I brought my generator because I'm using a corded cutoff wheel instead of my battery one because the battery one chews through batteries real quick and I don't know how long this is going to take to do. So we definitely have iPro for protection. I wear a full face mask when I'm grinding. I've had metal shards or a metal shard hit me in the eye before and I had to have surgery to get it removed. I am never doing that again. I used to laugh at people who wore safety glasses in the shop. I'm like, just squint your eyes like everybody, man. For years I did that. Stupid move. Always, anytime a circular spinning device gets pulled out, I wear the most protection I can get. These vents come with a template inside, a paper template. So you can put the template up against the container. They have instructions and everything. Very nicely packaged, very nicely made. I think they're a bit overpriced, but they're like the only ones on the market like this. So yeah, they got the market cornered. What are you gonna do? So if someone comes out and buys or makes these for cheaper, which they definitely could, then I suggest, I think both of these vents were like $200 or $230, $230, $240, something like that for two vents, and it's just aluminum and plastic. So I mean, a little pricey, but they're great. Everyone swears by them. So we're gonna run these things and let's get going on that. All right, now here's the idea behind this. You want to draw cool air in from the bottom, so the other side of this container is always in the shade. So that's where my vent down below is gonna go. This side, the sun comes over at 12 o'clock noon past the tree line and blasts this side with sunlight, heating the container up. This is where I'm gonna put a high vent so that he can extract this. It's gonna pull cold air from the bottom on the other side, in the front of the container, to the high side in the back of the container. Here is our template right here. And I think I'm just gonna put this vent right here. All right. On the next one, I'm just gonna trace this. The template was off. Oh, my pen. There's holes in here. 1, 2, there's 10 holes in here. And the kit comes with either self-tapping screws or rivets. I have a rivet gun. I'd like to just rivet it, I think. Man, that's a chore. That vent is done. We have our vent there, sealed up, ready to go. And then if we go down to the other side of the container, we have our other vent. There's the inside of it right there. Okay. And then you can see at the very end, up there in the corner, that's where the vent is. And right there, there's the other vent. So rivets are in, sealant is on, and it should just do its thing and have passive airflow. Now I think I may need to get like 2 more vents and do, you know, one down there and then one in the other corner up there just for even more airflow. I'll probably end up doing that. The lock system, I don't have a drill bit big enough for the bolts it came with, so I'm gonna have to come back. Pricing on the storage container, just under 4 grand.
I had no idea it'd be so much. I won't pay it.
I know it's expensive, but shipping containers have really gone up in price. That's delivered to the property, dropped here as you saw. It's pretty decent condition. You know, shipping containers used to be like 1,500 bucks, 2 grand for like a 1-tripper. They've just gone up significantly in price because everyone wants a shipping container now, including me. So, yeah, so you pay what you pay. Okay, it's a new day, and now we're gonna put the lock on. I have the proper tools now. So this thing has a cutout. You can see it's like indented in right here. That is so it can fit over this seal. And now I have the proper size drill bit. Pretty good. All right, we center punched right there, and we're just gonna put the drill bit there and start going to town. And we're through. Let's see, how does this go? We put a bolt in here like this, bolt in here like this. Is it starting to rain? All right, and we feed it through these 2 holes. There we go. Okay. And I'm gonna need a deep well. Gonna need a deep well socket. Gonna need a deep well. Let's see what we got. Everything you do, man. Hurdle. Nothing is ever easy. I don't have a deep well socket big enough. So this is what we do. This is gonna go. All right. This is the lock I got. I got this off of Amazon. It's heavy duty, has some good reviews. This is how this works. Pop the key, that goes like that, you know. Now, this is called a shackle lock, I believe. Also, how you close a container, because sometimes people just try pulling on both of these at once. You go on the outside one first, then the inside one. Watch. So I get the outside hook latched on there, right? And then I come in with the inside hook. And then I go like that, right? Okay, so container's closed. And let's get the key out. Oh, it's looking pretty good. Here we go. There, just like that. There we go. And this sticks out a little bit, which I don't know if I like that, but that's it. So the reason why we put this on here is because it makes it harder for criminals to get into it. Because if you just use a regular padlock like this on, like traditionally, you know, you lock it like that, people can come with bolt cutters and cut that. People still get into this if they try hard enough and have the right tools, but this makes it extremely difficult to get into. So that's what you're supposed to do with katanas. We're gonna pop this one open, right? Bam. Shackle lock comes out and falls on the ground because we have butterfingers.
Our lives are in your hands and you have butterfingers?
And then there we go. And that's it. So our camper is off-grid, obviously, and there's no water, sewer, power, or anything here. And people have been asking, how do you get water into your camper? Do you hook it up and take it someplace? Well, this is how I do it. So I have these barrels here. I think they're like 63 gallons each or something like that. And I have a transfer pump. And I bring my fresh water up from the city and I pump it out with this transfer pump into the camper and replenish my fresh water like that. That pump was on Amazon for like 130 bucks, something like that. These barrels, I picked them up on Facebook Marketplace, and these were $15 each or $20 each, something like that. And they actually were used to transport olives from Greece to America. So this warehouse had like a ton of them they were selling for cheap. So I picked up actually 4 of them, because 2 of them are going to be my water transfer pumps, and then the other 2 are going to be used for rain collection barrels in the future when I have more infrastructure established on the property. Another thing people like to ask me is, wait a minute, you're off-grid, you have no septic, you have no water, nothing like that, you're transporting your water in. Well, what happens when your black tank is full? Where do you put it? Do you just dump it on the ground? No, I don't dump it on the ground. That is toxic waste. So what I did was I eliminated my black tank. I got what's called a composting toilet by a company called Nature's Head, and I replaced the toilet in the RV with a composting toilet. I'm not going to show you it. It's a whole process. Maybe I'll do a video on it later, but it's pretty awesome. It eliminates the black tank, and we don't have to dump black tank. So that's great, and it's not gross at all. People think it's nasty, but it's actually not. There's virtually no stinky smell to it. So that's how we get around that. It's morning time. We slept real good last night, and now it's raining out, which is a great thing because it's been super dry up here. Now that it's raining out, we should actually go inside the storage container and see if it's leaking at all, or see if it's truly sealed up.
Good idea.
Because it hasn't rained since I got that thing. Okay, it doesn't look wet anywhere. Son hung his hammock up in here. Yeah, we look pretty good. Everything is bone dry. No drips, no drops. It's all good to go, baby. Time to get the heck out of here. So this is Big Daddy Kyle coming straight at you from somewhere in Michigan, out in the middle of nowhere. And I'll talk to all you sexy cool cats later. Peace. Come on. Come on. Have a bite. Come on. Come on. You like that pizza bone? Come on. Come get it. Come get it. Is that good? That good? Good puppy. Vámonos. Go lay down now. Go. Good puppy. That's a good dog.